Hi, my name's Ed, and this is the first of our LED talks for the Art Eat Festival. And joining me today is Angelle. This talk is essentially about why it's important to self-promote and the reasons to shout about yourself. So, who are we? LED is a new creative community interest company to better the creative community in our area, Ipswich and Suffolk. My aim is to network all the creative individuals in our town, promote all the ones that need promoting, and also advocate for more creativity in our town, bringing up the next generation of creative professionals as well. And Angelle here.
Hello.
ANG, do you want to tell people?
Yeah, my name's Angelle Joseph. I've got a bit of a dry voice today, sorry for banging the mic, because I was out with the kids yesterday marching for the climate emergency, not crisis. So my voice is a bit raspy, so bear with me. But yeah, I'm a person first, a human. I'm a rapper, musician, radio presenter, youth worker, community person, yeah. Activist. I saw that on there, I was like, yeah. I had a discussion, my friend, about 2 days ago saying, when you're born a black woman, you're automatically an activist. It's like, it just comes hand in hand. So yeah, activist.
And you do the BBC introducing.
Yeah, I do BBC introducing on Wednesdays and starting a new show on Monday called Belongings, which is telling alternative news stories for people that aren't exactly the ones listening to the breakfast show or calling in during the day. So hopefully it's the start of something really good for people that aren't really tuned into BBC Suffolk.
Yeah. So, why is it important to self-promote? So what do you think?
Well, I guess you literally can never tell your story if you don't have the means or outlet or people to tell. And it's a weird thing because I think it's changed so much with social media and things like that. I know we'll get into that, but it's really difficult actually. And
to be a creative person, and like if you're making good art or good music or making a short film, if no one knows about it, then what's the point? Like the whole point of art is to express yourself, and if there's no audience to see your expression, then it's kind of a moot point.
Well, I see it as the other way around. If you're making art or you're being creative to express yourself, you don't need an audience. You write at home in your bedroom, you paint on your own. So actually it's, and I think that's why a lot of creatives struggle, because you've done your hard work, now you've got to sell it to someone else. Yeah. That's not your forte is creating. So it's really difficult. You know, you had my video up there earlier and I was thinking, God, it's a really good video and it's only got 200 views because I haven't promoted it, because that's not my thing. My thing was writing it, recording it, doing a video, which I probably didn't want to do either, but then I have to put it out there and that's not my thing. I don't know how to. So it's that weird thing of, it's as if we need someone above all of us saying, we'll help you promote that thing. But I think the best way for me to self-promote is by just being myself and, you know, not networking because you have to network, but because I want to meet people that are going through the same thing and we can talk about it and we can share our projects and ideas and things like that, and instead of going somewhere to promote.
Yeah.
Like I haven't come here today to promote any music. I'm here to promote me, and you have to buy into me as a brand instead of something new that's coming out.
So there is no shame in helping others see your value. And that's something that a lot of people struggle with, because we're born humble, and humility is a great thing, it's a virtue, but sometimes that can go too much the other way, and you kind of like, I don't want to tell people about my stuff because I don't deserve it, or maybe it's not good enough. And if you do shout about it, then people can see your value.
I think shout about the positive, positively
exactly.
shout about what you're talking about. Doing the introducing show, if you don't know what it is, it's a radio show. It's a national radio show that highlights emerging artists and up-and-coming local musicians. So they all use a website to put their music on there, and then it comes directly into our inbox, and we play all of it, whatever we like, just whatever is good. And it's weird because I meet people, face to face, and they will never say that they're a musician. And then I'll get an email or a message, and I think if you've met me and you haven't sold yourself, sending a message it literally doesn't mean anything anymore. I don't know. It's like I don't want you to come and brag, but if you say, "Oh, I'm a musician," I can say that will stay in my head. So when I do see that email or the song in my inbox, oh yeah, I met that person. I'd like to see. I can't imagine what their music sounds like. Let me do that, and that instead of just another name on the list of songs. So I think meeting people and selling yourself.
Yeah.
That's just a quick introduction of what you do is better than waiting and sending a message. Imagine how many messages people get generally.
So, first of all, when you are a creative person or any type of person doing something, you have to own your craft. And if you don't own your craft, you don't have something substantial to sell. You can't promote yourself if you don't have anything noteworthy of people to take notice of.
Yeah, literally, keep making what you're making. Don't wait for someone else to say it's good. That if you think it's good, then really be strong on that. I think it's good. Someone somewhere will like it, even if it's not the person you're trying to impress or the outlet that you're trying to get to. Some people want to get to this level, but the people there see them as here, and they're like, but I think it's as good as that. Maybe you're just looking in the wrong direction, go somewhere else.
It's all about, it's all subjective. You don't know if you're good unless someone sees it and they tell you you're good.
I don't think so. I think if you think you're good, who is it anyone else to tell you? And that's the problem, I think, which is damaging with social media and with not even social media, just numbers, because I might look at my video and go, it's probably not that good because it's got 200 views. I don't know 200 people, so more than 10 people have seen it that I know, so other people are watching it and are tuned into what I'm doing, which to me is better than 10, is better than 1. So I think that the damage from stats and numbers, don't even let it affect you. Don't try not to look at it, and because if you think it's good, someone somewhere will think it's good, and that's your craft. Do what you do best. You'll get better anyway, because if you keep doing it.
So know your USP. Do you know what USP is?
Unique selling point.
Unique selling point. So unique selling point is the thing that makes all creatives special. Like, there's only one of you. There's only one of your own viewpoints, and letting people know what your USP is vital for promoting yourself, because if you're just like everyone else, you're not going to stand out. You agree?
Yeah, definitely. What makes you different, and then build upon that.
I think what makes you different is like you do so much other work than just music and presenting. You do activism, you're doing a lot of different things, and that kind of is your unique selling point.
Yeah, I guess so. You find me anywhere. I'll be at the most random place. I like to find a USP in everything. So in Suffolk or in Ipswich, what is everyone doing? They're all going to this gig, but why is no one going to that one? I want to go in the city. Or why is no one tapping into that thing that I see a USP, USP in everything, and try and tap into all those different things, because there's so much going on. There's so many people doing fantastic things. Yeah. But if you don't, if you think all creators are the same, instead of finding that little thing that makes them different and going, I like something about that, I'm going to find out what it is.
I mean, the art fair outside, there's just so many different crafts and so many interesting things that you can just look at. And they've done really well, because you've got glass, you've got artwork, you've got prints, and it's just that's art, but you can put that out for like music or films or anything that's creative. So music, you can go from having like Linkin Park, it's rock and rap put together, and that's their unique selling point. And that can be said for a lot of different music as well, just merging and combining and stripping back stuff.
Yeah. I think if you're doing rock music, but then you do a stripped back version of the same song that was really loud, people go, oh, I like that, and they might not even know you do another thing. Like with all my jobs, I counted one day I do 7 different things, but no one even knows that. Like even you trying to contact me, like it's almost impossible because I do so many things. People think, oh, you work for BBC Suffolk. I'm like, yeah, that's only one day a week. I do so many other things, but that, I guess, that is my USB, and it offers me the chance to tap into loads of other things and find fun in it as well. I think that's really important.
And target your audience.
Oh yeah, that's the same thing, I guess. I mean, even just you're talking about outside or the artwork, it depends on all of our moods. So we might not be in the mood for glass painting, but we might be in the mood for animals today, and we might say something subconsciously that everyone goes out here going, yeah, giraffes, and then, oh, they've spotted a giraffe, and there you go. I think, at an art festival, to sell art, it must be a massive, struggle, and even I've got to perform later on at 6:50 in the orange or the yellow zone. There are so many performers and artists here today. Why would you want to come and see me? I hope you do want to, because as I said, I rap, I sing, I do all these different things, but to come to a any festival is really difficult, and it may be just one person that likes it. That's fine. It's a real tangible person that may follow your journey rather than 10 numbers on a going Facebook event. Yeah, 10 people are going, and then you get there's no one there.
But it is knowing the ones that will like you.
Yeah.
It's not just the ones that attend, but the ones that attend and connect with you.
Sustain, yeah.
Yeah, and because that's who you're trying to sell to. You're not trying to sell to 100 people. You're trying to sell to like the 1 or 2 or 10 people who really love your work, and they'll follow you next time and see you next time.
Definitely. I think it's really important to talk about my journey into rap. I was doing a rap, hip hop and grime radio show on IO Radio. I was doing it for a couple of years, and I was, even from my first show, I wanted to get in rappers. I was like, I've never done this before. I'd like to get in the local scene. I go to all the gigs. I kind of can start connecting with people. And that's how I started building out that kind of network of the local hip hop scene. But I wasn't interviewing any women, and I was like, there must be a female producer or a female rapper or something promoter. There was literally none. And up to this day, there still isn't many. And I thought, well, the only way I can fix this is if I start rapping. So I started rapping. And when I did start rapping and I started to put on gigs or go to gigs, I started to realise that actually the hip-hop scene aren't even here. So they're not even supporting me the way, I was doing 2-hour radio shows free, it's my spare time. I said, maybe they're not my target audience, actually. Maybe I'm looking in the wrong place. And I started noticing that the kids I'd worked with found all the songs I did and they knew all the words. I thought, well, there we go, because actually rap is full of misogynistic lyrics and, a lot of negativity. It does have that that kind of negative thing about it, some rap. And I wasn't doing that, and the right people were listening. Actually, those rappers, maybe we're not connecting in that way. And the minute I found my target audience, I started to make my work suited towards them and being at the right places, not the hip-hop gigs to perform, but actually a place that's a family-friendly festival like today or like May Day and things like that, and getting in dancers and young people that can sing, and actually it worked so much better for me. And that's why when I see the numbers, it doesn't mean anything, because I know there's kids there. I see these kids that know all the words. I'm like, where did you even find that song? But that to me is more important. It's the right target audience. And for my nieces and nephews that listen to rap and they listen to some dreadful stuff, and I'm like, well, they can listen to my stuff and it's fine, because it's I don't know, universal, I guess. And that the minute I found the right target audience was just key to the direction of where I was going after that.
Exactly, and that's a very important thing to have, like your message to the people that you want to talk to. It's not to like the ones that don't connect with you.
Yeah.
And it's all about connection. Yeah. So, ways to get your name out. How?
What a statement.
I know, like. Working in BBC Introducing, do you have any stories of people who have just like tried to shove it down your throat?
Yeah, I mean, so recently we were asked by Ed Sheeran to offer some support acts. Got to name it. You got to name him sometimes. He asked us to offer 3 support acts for his gig at Chantry Park. Brilliant, amazing. The minute it hit the news, every single thing on my phone was just like, oh my God, I want to do it. Up again. That's not the way to do it. And actually, it just made me more annoyed that people had my phone number that annoying. I was like, I never knew you to be annoying, because you know exactly how to get on that list of potential people to support Ed. Why are you texting me and telling me that you used to gig with him 10 years ago? That's not how it's going to do it. But the only way is by using the uploader and putting your music on there. Like literally, I'm not going to. People send SoundCloud links. It's not going to work. You might send that to me if you got a rap song that you think Angel will like this generally. I don't mind an inbox of that, but with just general music, the uploader is the best way. We listen to. I think our listening rate is 97%. We try and listen to as many things.
I remember you telling me that like you were trying to listen to like 500 songs with it.
Yeah, we had 600 songs in the end for the Ed Sheeran thing that we had to listen to. A lot of songs started to sound the same. A lot of people, I don't know, just tried. I guess they're passionate and they really wanted the opportunity. A lot of people needed a nice talking to that you actually haven't gigged before. So I don't know if you can gig to 45,000 people. Your music is fantastic, and I'm sure it would sound good, but you haven't gigged anywhere.
Own your craft.
yeah. So and we had some people using like really bad quality, like mobile phone in the shower. It sounded like tinny, but some of it was good. So it's kind of like, we really like this. If what is your situation with your studio, like affordability and things like that? Like, we're nice people that love music, and we're not trying to find the next hit Ed or anyone. We're not trying to find the next anyone. We're trying to help people that are on their journey to play at places like an Ed Sheeran gig or Latitude or just Radio 1 or just in the right inboxes and things like that. It's literally got nothing to do with how much money you've got.
There is no shortcuts to
There's no shortcuts. There's no shortcuts.
You have to follow the rules, and sometimes know when to break the rules.
Yeah.
But essentially, it's just trying to know how to do it in a subtle way.
Definitely. I was walking down Norwich Road. I think it was the next day that it was in the news that we were going to do that, and this guy literally just started beatboxing and rapping in my face. I was like, that's really, really cool of you, but I don't think you didn't read the article, did you? Because that it didn't say speak to me in the middle of the street. I understand. I'm a musician, so that's how I got the job. So I understand the passion. I'm passionate about my music and other people's music. A lot of the artists that are on there, I'm passionate. People don't even know the behind the scenes stuff that we do. People asking for recommendations for people to gig and songs and whatever. We do all that. And I understand how it is for these people, but follow the rules.
Perils and pitfalls. So, of when you're trying to put your name out there, and what kind of pitfalls do you have to avoid to tarnish your name?
I guess the first thing is USP. Is your name unique? Are there loads of other people with that name? Are there loads of different ways to spell it? Unfortunately, my first name, Angel, I couldn't go with that as an artist name because everybody spells it wrong. Nobody knows how to say it. I was like, Mum, man, you could have given me an easy name. But it's unique to me, I guess. But
ANG is so much
ANG
better.
is so much easier. It's not better than my original name, my real name, but it's easier for people. But I think, and we've got Helen there from Ellie Tree. It's a fantastic name, Ellie Tree. And I think that once the name is like that and it's unique, it sticks. So you might hear that name somewhere else and you go, oh, I've heard their music or I've seen them somewhere. You might see it might just be a flyer. Luckily, my name does begin with A, so a lot of the time it's at the top, which is quite handy. But what was it? Perils and pitfalls. Yeah, I guess. Something great.
Well, you just already touched on it. Like, don't go into someone's face and it's like, look at me, look at me.
Yeah, please, just don't do it.
Yeah, don't annoy your audience.
Yeah. A business card is good. A follow on social media. I'm really bad at following people back because I turn off all my notifications. So if I haven't followed you and you want to tell me, I don't mind you saying, by the way, you don't follow back. Look, that's fine. I will follow you back. What else? I guess over plugging yourself.
Yeah.
So whether that's just social media or in real life with flyers and with just don't overdo it. I think if somebody wants to connect with you, they would have done it. And if you're asking the same person to still listen or to still connect or buy something, maybe go to like their partner and go through them or something. No, don't really. But find another route or just go to someone else. And that's not giving up. I think it's, again, finding the target audience. Maybe they're just not the one at the moment.
Famous or infamous? So, when you do get your name out and people know who you are, you kind of want to maintain your status as like people know who you are instead of, oh, it's that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, it's that person who's done that stupid thing.
Yeah. Just positivity, man. Back to the Ed thing, there was a band who played on the Sunday called Salvador. I bumped into them, they're like 17, 16, and I bumped into all of them yesterday, and I said, how was going back to school? Like, you just supported Ed Sheeran and then you had to go back to school in September. And, he was like, it was really weird because the same question was asked literally every minute, and I've got one answer. It was fantastic, but I want to be the person that is a musician and not just the kid from school that supported Ed. So it's like, what do I do? I was like, I wasn't famous when I was in school, mate. So you got to roll with it. But it's true, once you've got that thing, you can potentially become that person. And I think maybe because I do so many things, I can be seen as a well-rounded person. But for someone like that, he's got to just gig and do other stuff and headline their own things. So they're them, a band.
It goes back to that original point of owning your craft.
Yeah.
Keep on doing it. Don't just let it be that one thing.
Yeah.
Don't be the one-hit wonder.
Well, yeah, and it goes for the people that were emailing going, well, I supported him 8 years ago, but what have you done since? I'm sure that's great, but have you released some music, or have you done a headline tour and a gig, and have you travelled? What have you done 8 years? Because if you supported Ed 8 years ago, I don't know if you would want to support him again 8 years later, because are you still doing the same thing? Things like that.
Like Ed Sheeran's music has grown so much in
those
this
8 years. Would you still want to support him? I don't think I would want to, personally, but because it's a kind of reflection of my journey, and I want to be me. I want to be ANG. I wanted to support him, but I couldn't. So it's fine. But again, just do my own thing. My own target audience is fine.
Social media.
I mean, it's great, isn't it?
Yeah, it's also it's a gift and a curse. It's like,
it's awful.
Yeah, because to self-promote effectively, you have to use social media. It's also the worst way to just, because it's a full-time job. I don't know if anyone's ever tried, but like to do social media, you have to spend pretty much all day doing it. You can't just make a post and hope someone sees it. You have to keep on doing it and find the balance of not annoying people while doing it as well.
Yeah, it's. I think I run about six pages, just for various other, just because I've got time to run other people's pages. That is so painful. As I said, all my notifications are off on my phone because it's just, you might want to just check, did anyone see it? And then you're watching cats jump over cucumbers, and you don't have time to be doing that. But also, I say to a lot of artists that your social media account is your CV. That is your creative CV, and if you want someone to know what you're doing or what you've been up to, it's probably the best way to have it all out there.
My advice would be to, when you post something, don't post the same thing, vary it up. Either post some pictures, post some videos, post some music, or post anything that's relevant to you, and don't maybe repeat the post once or twice, but don't do it so much that people know what it is and don't want to see it ever again.
Yeah. No, I had a gig once, and the promoter was like, "You haven't actually posted any of it on your social media?" Like, well, first of all, I've been telling people in like real life, because that to me counts before this gig, which is like 3-4 months away, and people forget anyway. So I know what I'm doing. Like, I know that I'll be at a gig and I'll say, by the way, I've got another one, or closer to the week, you know, I'll promote it. But I don't think you shouldn't pressure people to put things up on social media. I think the kids have got it nailed. Like, my nephew's, he's got like 1,000 followers. He's got like 2 posts, and there's just him on a bike or whatever. Like, I don't know how they've done it. They do this shout out thing, and the kids know how to do it, and we've got to learn something from them, because I think it's so easy to spam your own thing, and actually it just becomes, it's like a newspaper, it just becomes background. You only, people log in to see what they want to see, and then kind of never see your things.
There's the trap of being in your own social media bubble.
Yeah.
And you're only sharing to the people that already know about it. And trying to break that bubble and like branch out to all the different things is something that isn't simple, but can, once you go viral, it's so easy to...
Yeah, after that it's fine. Yeah, I think just don't rely on it. I think, you know, I'm a human, so real life, I think real life and that, and a business card, you know, at the same time as social media, you want to be yourself on your social media. You don't want it to be like all corporate. So your business card will give the email and all those things, and your Instagram might be at the park, and then a bit of your music, and then a bit of your art, and then a bit of this, a bit of your friends, you know, things like that. People like to, you know, all the massive accounts, that's how they've done it, you know, they give a little bit of everything.
It has to grow organically. You can't just like get 1,000 people into your account and then hope that they'll stay.
Yeah, they'll stay. Yeah, there was a band that did. They had, was it like 10,000 followers on Instagram? Maybe not that much, but anyway, it appeared that they were bigger than they were. So they booked this massive gig, and no one turned up. Or we've got those people that have got millions of followers, and they tried to get merch. Like, yeah, right, got it. There was an Instagrammer. Is that what they're called? Instagrammer, yeah. There was an Instagrammer that did it, and she couldn't even sell 35 T-shirts. She had 1 million followers. So it's fake, you know, at the end of the day, are you connecting with people in real life? Are you connecting with your audience? What do they want to see? If they don't want to see you, if they don't want to buy your T-shirts, maybe try something else. It's difficult. It's a trap, big trap.
Competition, collaboration. So this is something that I'm really passionate about, because I'm all about collaboration. And like, just because someone's doing the same thing you're doing, or appears to be doing the same thing you're doing, they're not doing the same thing you're doing. Like, you're a rapper, so you might meet other rappers doing their own thing, but there's only one of you.
Exactly, hopefully. Yeah, I'm all about collaboration. You'll see on my set later tonight. I'm a rapper, I have a live drummer. I have other rappers that come on stage with me. We do some songs. Got some of the young people I work with. Sometimes they come and dance. They can sing, so I give them a bit of a song to sing, beatbox, whatever they want to do. I'm all about collaboration. I think it opens up different doors for people. Again, it's their chance to sell themselves without social media, because especially with the young people, I want them to see that your social media might be great, but are you connecting with people in real life? And when you get on that stage, are people going to remember you? And are they going to want to hear more from you? Or is it going to end there and then you're back on social media going, oh, thanks for that great opportunity, but no one, there's a massive disconnect with what you do and what you do in real life and what you do online.
And the beauty of collaboration is that you have your own fans, someone else has their own fans, and when you collaborate, you kind of bring those two fans together and you grow your audience.
Definitely, it's a really good way, and I think it's not just people that do the same thing. I think people that do, like having dances and things like that, completely different things. Linking up with you, linking up with, you know, I had different people do my music videos. Some aren't doing rap videos, but I like to do things with different people. To me, I don't want to be famous. None of this is about being a rapper. I just want to be the best me I can be and bring whoever wants to come along with me.
Try and share your journey with
Yeah.
other people as well.
Yeah, and I absolutely love, I've been in Suffolk for about 8 years now, and I absolutely love it, and I meet people that don't like it, and I'm like, what? So I'm here just going, these are the reasons why you're going to love it, and you're going to love it, and that is literally what I do all the time.
Exactly, and that's what I'm trying to do, is try and get the community bigger and like have something to shout about for everyone, not just us.
Definitely, yeah, like literally, I try and go to many different events and gigs and just different things, because I'm so proud. Like, it's weird that I'm not from here, because I'm always like, oh my god, I can't believe they're doing that, and do you know that this person also does that, and they do a similar thing to you, and they're in Bury, you should link up.
And you find, when you start talking to these people, you're like, how does people not know you already?
Yeah, I don't even get it. I'm like, even when I started like at the BBC, it was kind of a building. I've met these kids on Wednesday, and I said, you should come, they're rappers. I said, you should come to the BBC, and they came. They were like, we seriously, I mean, they live there, they're 50, they probably walked past there for like 8 years. Like, we didn't even know this building was like real. We just thought it was derelict. And I meet so many kids that say that. So that would go, okay, brilliant, you should come in and see it's nothing like, people are just on their like computers doing work.
Yeah.
It's nothing that like crazy or different. It's just like an office with a radio station and stuff.
The first time I went up there, it was just like,
oh,
yeah,
cool.
It's very normal.
It's very normal, and people that do live, it is based in Ipswich, so people that do live out in Leiston, they come and they're like, oh, this is amazing. Oh yeah, okay, that's right. But again, there's different worlds, and just bringing people together and different. I want someone to pick me up and go, have you been to this place in Suffolk? I bet you'll love it because you like this. Take me wherever there's a nice pocket of Suffolk, and everywhere has really nice sunsets as well.
Oh yeah.
Like that. Yeah. Pin Mill hasn't been beaten yet.
Street.
Oh.
Shingle Street is so
Have to check it out. Yeah. So far, Pin Mill's been the one.
So, I wanted to say, have you ever heard of the 1,000 true fans theory?
No.
So, to be successful at any business, creative business, you need 1,000 true fans to be, that's your target for hitting it in the big time.
Oh, I see. Wow, I've got 1,000 followers on Instagram, if that counts.
Well,
have I made it?
Huh?
Have I made it?
Are they someone, if you put merch out, will they all buy you?
Might just sell 35 t-shirts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that's the target. If you put out something and 1,000 people will buy it no matter what, that's your 1,000 true fans.
Wow.
That is your target audience.
Okay, well, God, I've got a lot of work to do then.
So yeah, if you have like 1,000 true fans and everyone is buying a t-shirt for like 10 quid, 10 times 1,000, £10,000.
Right, wow.
So
Can be busy 2020 then.
Yeah,
for me, I think.
I believe you can do it.
I think I can.
Yeah.
Always. Yeah.
But has anyone got any questions they would want to ask?
Is everyone artists in here? Are they creatives?
Yeah.
What does that mean? Sell yourself now, 10 seconds.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. What do you used to do?
I owned a TV company in Ireland.
Oh, nice. Wow.
What does that entail?
Producing, directing documentaries.
Everyone's like, oh God, I can't say mine now.
When I closed the company, it's no longer going.
Do you ever want to go back to it?
I probably will do.
Yeah?
Are you now based here?
Sorry?
Are you now based in Suffolk?
Yeah.
Cool.
No. There's lots of people
He's the guy.
who's...
You're the guy?
Yeah. I host a creators meetup every month, and we have people all over different disciplines. We've got
Film Suffolk?
We've got Film Suffolk. We've got later we've got a art director called Mark Aaron doing talks on storytelling, and he's been on like The Apprentice, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and Crystal Maze.
Wow.
And
Cool.
Yeah, he's done so many good things, and there's so many.
I wish I built my CV up for sitting here now. God.
No, it's just like he's doing so many interesting things, and you're doing so many interesting things, and like people should be proud of what they're doing, and
It's not a competition.
yeah,
It's literally not.
Yeah, but shout about it. Don't be afraid to shout about it.
Yeah, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
What is it you do?
But it's also, it is competition at the end of the
It
day.
is.
It is
It's
competition.
collaboration, but it's also, you can't make stuff without collaboration.
Yeah.
Yeah,
At
yeah.
the end of the day, it is competition.
Yeah, I think life is a competition, but I think you can't collaborate with someone and compete, if that makes sense.
You might be
You don't want
competing. Yeah, you might be competing for the same job, but if you have a job already and you know that this job is empty, you can collaborate. You can show someone that didn't know about this opportunity and try and guide them to go find this opportunity, and hopefully they can make a name for themselves. And then you can both enter this journey together. It's not just. It's not always dog eat dog. All right. Yeah.
Done.
There's a string attached to the chairs.
And yours. Little closer.
Yeah. But yeah.
It's all about collaboration. But
Yeah.
I think that competition
Yeah.
of it too is
There-
also,
there's-
you need that self-drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's all.
As an artist, even if you aren't an artist, is that you also need to know, as you said, your brand, what the...
Yeah. No.
My thing is, I've always tried to flip kind of people who aren't interested in my work, is kind of not like just targeting them. If they're not interested, ask them why they're not.
Yeah.
And then find out.
Yeah.
And then make them understand your product.
That's part of finding the right audience. Like, you need to know why people don't like your work or aren't interested in your work, and maybe you want to cater to them, or maybe you want to change yourself to fit that market. But if you don't, then that's okay. You can always find someone else. And
Yeah, I think I would love to do that. I literally just don't have the time. But I would love, you know, for the hip hop, the rappers that weren't coming to my gigs, I would love to say, well, you know, why didn't you go to that? Then I kind of go, they don't go to any other gigs actually. So
Yeah.
I could sit with them probably for hours and debate why. But
Yeah.
there are people that I've got time for, so
Exactly.
I can keep moving.
Find your audience and stick with them, because they're the ones that have followed you from the beginning. And yeah, be grateful for that. Yeah. Anyone else want to promote themselves? Oh, come on, we've got quite a few. We've got an artist over here. We've got Ellie Tree. No. Right. Thank you.
Are you saying time?
No.
Oh.
I was just going to say why Suffolk.
Oh.
Oh, why did I move here? Because I came to this very uni from Slough. I came to do a psychology and a criminology degree. Kind of left that behind now. But yeah, I remember my first day, I cried all day and didn't leave my room for like 3 days because I absolutely hated it. I thought the waterfront is pretty, but it didn't have much substance for me. But eventually, oh my God, I love it. I went back like home after uni and I was there for a couple of months and I was like, nah, I'm gonna go back. So I didn't even like view anywhere. I just like found this room by the Manor Ballroom and just moved in. Like came on this one massive suitcase on the train and just moved back. Been here since, and you know, even then I was working at Sports Direct and I was doing an internship as a teaching assistant because they didn't want to offer me the full job because I had no experience. As you know, as you do after 3 years at uni, you didn't have time to get experience. And yeah, I kind of was getting paid really rubbish, so I was at Sports Direct and I was kind of like just living, and then somehow met the right people and just started doing really fun things, and now I do really fun things for work.
Yeah, and that's, again, finding the right people to connect with, and connecting with people opens up so many opportunities.
And positive people, like, it was so weird because you go to, I was at school and then like the other teacher assistants were kind of like, yeah, I don't really need to be here. My husband's got a really good job. I just want a job that I can pick the kids up from school. There was like that attitude, and or they were like young people that want to be teachers. And then there was like Sports Direct, The attitude was like, I'm only here because I'm saving up for uni, or this is it. This is me. I've been here for 10 years and I love it. And it was really weird because, like, how do you go home and get motivated after like a day or a week of doing that? It's really, really hard, and I wasn't. There was nothing in me. I had nothing to give. I was just working. Started doing loads of like extracurricular stuff, like as you do in school, to try and make friends and go to the pub on my own. And it was, oh God, it's demoralising, but it all paid off. And I speak to 18-year-olds. I'm like, they don't want to get a job. I'm like, I had my first job at 15. I worked in a chemist, and if I didn't get that, because I was so lazy, I would have never have worked at Sports Direct because of pride. I don't want to work there. I worked there. I was 20. I don't know, how old are you when you finish uni? 21, 22? 21. But without any of that, I wouldn't be me right now, and I wouldn't be doing any of the things I'm doing, I don't think. So.
And it helps you to get out and talk to people, because working at Sports Direct, you have to talk to customers.
I used to get told off that Mike Ashley's an idiot. I was like, sorry. Like, I was standing there and I can't believe I just did a psychology degree and I'm like being shouted at because Mike Ashley is an arsehole. I don't even know what to do about this. Okay. Yeah. I can't wait to get out. But people there, and they want to be there. I go there, to get socks, and some people are still there. That's their thing. That's fine.
Yeah.
I've got nothing against you. That's you. But I had to move on to find myself, and I'm so happy I did, because now I'm doing all these awesome things that are paying off, I guess.
Anyone got any questions for Angel about what she does? And
Oh, you all know about me then. Gosh, they were
True fans.
True fans, yeah. 1, 2, 3.
See yourself in 3 years.
3 years. Oh God.
And how do you plan going ahead? How do you plan
Making it there. That's weird, because I was like very close to just becoming a teacher, and then I started doing like youth work, and then I stopped that, and then I got into like working with young people and children in care, and I was like, I'm going to be a social worker. That's and this is only recently, that's what I'm going to do. And then I got a job at BBC Suffolk, so a lot of it wasn't in the plan. So it's really weird. I don't know what I want to do. And now at BBC, they're like, oh, we can see you on Radio 1, and I'm like, oh God, and I've got to start preparing for that, because a lot of things have just started to come that I weren't prepared for, and that sounds awesome. Like, I would love to be on maybe One Extra, not Radio 1, or Radio 1, whatever. But I'd love to work.
I think you'd be great on like Radio 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do all the shout outs who
True. Yeah. Yeah. So maybe to work maybe for introducing, but nationally. So like even in October, I've signed up to do it. So they have a national event, which you should definitely come to, in London, in Tobacco Dock, where they have industry panels like this with people like Stormzy and DJ Target and really like cool people, and A&R rooms and performances. It's a massive 3-day thing, and I signed up to do a talk because I was like, I can either say no and then go, oh, I should have done it, or I can just say yes and then it will happen and then it's fine. So I've signed up to do it, and then I started thinking, well, what if I really enjoy it? So I think that in 3 years I want to be part of introducing nationally, not just in Suffolk. I really, really like working with emerging artists. Maybe running a little record label or something. I'm definitely more sided to helping musicians rather than being more of a rapper.
It's not about yourself, like you
no,
said.
Yeah, it's literally, I'm kind of being a rapper because I'm trying to work out a formula. If I was a manager, would this work? And that's kind of where I've got to. Today will be my last gig in Ipswich, because I think I've got to where I know myself and I like writing and I like meeting people. But I think either I work on new material or I kind of help the next one. But I think managing an artist, but I've spoken to managers before and it just looks like a headache, really, man. But if I can drop it, I'd have to drop everything else to do that. Yeah. So is it worth the risk? I don't know yet. Maybe when I'd
be sad
made
to
enough
not
money.
hear any more Angel tracks.
I know. Wow. Maybe they'll come, because I'll probably go, God, there's all these men I'm working with. I need more female rappers, and then I'll just do some stuff, and then I'll
start
go
a super group.
That's the plan. That's the plan. Maybe. If anyone's a woman, maybe you want to join the super group. Something like that. I don't know. Watch this space. It can change at any time.
3 years is such a long period. We don't even know what's happening next month.
Yeah. I've done my introducing show for a year now, like nearly in 2 weeks. It'll be a year.
Here's a question for you. What are you looking for when you listen to like all these tracks?
Yeah, good question. I'm into songwriting and lyrics, so like nice, good like song lyrics. I don't know. It's just I just gotta like it really. I like a singer that has a lot of passion in their voice. We get a lot of things that's quite like feeble and like you like. I want to meet him and like give him a hit on the back. Go, come on, where's your voice, man? I really want to hear it. I think you can hear passion and feelings. I feel through music. 'Cause I listen to a lot of music, so you can start telling straight away. This person is really like they want to do this. They're really on this. Good production is good. And then there's kind of a weird balance of this is good for the uploader, and then this is good for Radio 1.
Yeah.
And if some people don't want to be on Radio 1,
Yeah.
so we play it because we like it and we think it's fine. But some we think, God, this would be really good if they changed this little thing, and this is really Radio
You're
1
up for
friendly.
feedback for that?
Yeah, definitely. We're always up for feedback. Like we don't mind at all. I don't mind giving feedback because people do get annoyed. Why haven't you played a song? I have a reason. A lot of the time it just doesn't make the cut.
Yeah.
We want to put it all in. Our script is like we have so many songs, and then we're like, oh God, we'll put it to next week, and then we'll put it to next week. Like, God, it's been 4 weeks. You haven't played that song yet, and we might eventually play it, or just more new stuff comes. But we do try and play as much as we can. A lot of it is good quality, to be honest. So if it doesn't get played, it's maybe you've sent 2, and we're just going to play 1, and then you've got like 30 days to upload more. So then you've got to wait a long time.
Does the musician's personality play a part to? Like,
Not at all. No, not. We don't know the personality.
you just know the music.
We just get the song, a bit about them. Even people that have terrible bios, they might just say, "I like music," and it says like connection to local area that people put like live here, work here. It's like where? Suffolk is a huge place. If there is that bit, we want you to write where, so Ipswich, Bury, whatever. But we'll play it, and then I will say every time, oh, we've got another bad batch of the bios. This one says, I like music, and we'll laugh about it. And then we say, like someone the other day put, it was last Wednesday, I go to, inspired by Ed Sheeran, I go to Thomas Mills, I'll go to his high school or something. I was like, I don't even know what that means. Are you like really young, and because Ed Sheeran went there, you go there, or did you just coincidentally go to the same school as him and you're kind of putting it in there? We'd love to know.
Casual name drop.
Yeah, was it a casual name
Michael.
drop? Like, where were you coming with it? And then he actually messaged us and said, thanks for playing the song, this is what I meant. And so we're up for that. We're fun, friendly people, and we just love music, so we just play as much as we can, really.
What time is the show?
The show is 7 o'clock till 9 o'clock on Wednesday. And then we play and then we have a live band as well in every week, and then we play a highlights every Saturday, 8 o'clock for an hour. So it's like a shortened, condensed version, less chat, more music. Really love chatting.
But yeah, that's all we have time for today, and I hope you enjoyed it and found it informative and educational. No, thank you for coming.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Enjoy the rest of the day. It's really lovely outside.
Yeah.
There's so many things to do as well. So enjoy.